Okay.
So it's only you and I. It's only
Yep.
you and I that will see this. So I just wanted to get you updated with what I'm currently doing. There's sort of a weird thing that's been going through me with personal development, and it's like when you question everything. I'm 59, and I think I shared this with you already, but I'm not gonna assume that I did. But one of the things that really got me recently in the last year is that all this incredible training that we've done. And I got to thinking, okay, so my mentor didn't do any training for me. And I made 10 grand my first 45 days, zero training. And I got to thinking, so why does everyone think training is so important? Well, training's important because the people that were selling us training said it was important.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like I started looking at other things, Dangelo, let's say that, you walked into my home and you seen a dartboard set up and you can tell it's not it's like the best one you can buy. And it's got this nice wall around it and this nice little thing underneath it, and you're going, shit, this is a professional dartboard. And you're like, yeah, it's like, well, let's play. You see what I mean? And there's only like a couple of basics. If you ever went on the internet and say you wanted to learn how to play pool, or you wanted to learn how to bowl, or you wanted to learn how to drive, everything is these tiny little things that you need to master. And then everything works around that. And so no one wants to take the time. I'll say it again. No one wants to take the time to say, what are the couple of basics that I need? And so, you can share this with anyone you want, but it's like when you think about, any position as far as an athlete, you know what I mean? Whether you're a 3-point shooter or a guard or a person that's, like Dennis Rodman, known for being the best defensive player. You know what I mean? Just very good at taking the ball away and very good at rejecting the ball. Getting the rebound off the glass. You know what I mean? So it's really weird that I sort of thought, wow, so if you tell people that they need to be a brand, you need to tell people that they need to work on their personal development. You tell people that they need to learn, all this training. In my opinion, there's only one thing that we got to do. One thing as fast as we possibly can. And that's get them a result. Amen. So I know this is a lot of stuff that you've already heard because we've been friends for frickin' ever. So, I'm like a parakeet. I'm just going to say the same stuff over and over and over. But in the last year, I kept taking away stuff that I thought, so why does a person need to know this? Why does a person need to know this? Why do I tell people they need to plug into this training and understand this, including the $1 million question? And I'm going like, why is this so important to share with someone? And it really all came back, Dangelo, to, well, I was just passing on stuff from what I learned. And I know you heard this story, but for people that, if you share this video that haven't, I don't know if you remember the classic ham story of the 4 generations at a Thanksgiving dinner. And how the story goes is you got the daughter, you the great granddaughter, you got the daughter in the room, that's the granddaughter, you got the mom in the room, that's the daughter, you know what I mean? And then you got great grandma. So you got 4 generations of women that are sitting in the kitchen, right? Which is another part of programming. I won't go into that. It's like what I do with my family for Thanksgiving and even Christmas dinner is we go to a restaurant and Terry's not away from the family. The women are not away from the family. The guys are not watching frickin' football while the women are busting their ass. You go to a restaurant, they cook it perfectly, we get leftovers, and we're all together. And people go, whoa, how do you do that on Christmas? Benihana's. They don't celebrate Christmas. So you just, you just get these, get everyone there, and it's fun. And so the story goes where the youngest of the great granddaughters sees them take the ham, they put it on the deal, and then the mom takes a knife and she cuts the ends off the ham. And she's learning to cook, so she says, "Mom, why do you do that?" And she says, "Because my mom did." And she looks at her and goes, "What?" To her mother, great grandma there, and going, "Why do we do that?" Oh, she goes, "You guys still do that? I cut the ends off the ham because my oven was so small." So I want everyone that's listening to this, first of all, is find it in your heart to forgive me, because I'm always doing my best and I'm teaching what I know works. But I don't know if it's something that needs to be learned now. So I'm going to tell you guys with that story of me humbling myself big time in this, truck drive that I wanted to do it on my own. And when we moved out to California, we packed up the biggest Penske truck that we could do. We're pulling my son's Tesla, Matthew's Tesla. And I'm like, I'm going to drive across country, and I'm in a truck all by myself. Terry's driving the Escalade, and Matt and Hannah are driving our Tesla X. And we just decided to make this cruise across the country, and the radio's not working very good, and the truck's super loud, and takes like 35 miles an hour to go up hills. So I had a lot of time to myself. And I got to thinking, it starts all by your identity. Okay, so prior to this, I used to be a mechanic. So if someone would have said, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" "I'm a mechanic." So I thought, what is your title if you want to be a person that makes $1 million plus a year in My Daily Choice? What do you do? What is your title? And in past, I've seen people, and you and I, when you were in the travel company, it is like all of a sudden people put on their business card that they're the global international expansion leader. I own my own company. Well, for people that watch this video, that you let them watch it, it's like, let's be honest. No, you're not. No, you're not. Well, I'm a home business owner. Okay, so how much does your home business make? How much in profit? I don't think that you're allowed, and don't get mad at me, I don't think you're allowed to call yourself a business owner if you're not generating profits. I think that's embarrassing. Hey, I own my own business. Do you do it full time? No, I have 2 other jobs. You're a pretender. Now, when I say this, I'm not saying this to you to make you mad. I'm saying I said these questions to myself.
Amen.
Am I really an entrepreneur? You go to, Google, and you put in entrepreneur in Google, and it says a person that takes extreme risk to go into the marketplace, to create value, to employ people, and build a business. I'm not a business owner. See what I mean? You just humble yourself down. And I go, okay, so what is the skill? You guys already know my platform. You can be a great salesperson by selling some of the products. We got incredible products. So there's a lot of people in this industry, just not MDC, that make an okay income by being a salesperson. I am not a salesperson. Okay. So now the other part would be a recruiter. Now, I know that some people are scared of this word, but they recruit. Everybody recruits. You got job recruiters, you got headhunters, professional athletic teams hire recruiters to go find new talent. so they can win the world championship or the Super Bowl. There's this constant recruiting going on all the time. And I thought military has a recruiting. So is that a talent? Am I a recruiter? And I thought, no, I'm a referrer. Let's really humble this down, right? So a person is someone that simply refers something that they believe in. So it goes back to all the, the first presentation that I seen 34 years ago. And I remember my mentor in that presentation that we took out this one small part of the presentation that I think needs to be focused on the most. And here it is. A lot of people want to know, what do we do? I'll tell you what we do. Tell me if you've ever referred a movie. Yep. If you've ever been to a restaurant and referred the restaurant. Have you ever used some kind of product for yourself or your children or your spouse, and you said, wow, I really like this product? And, my son just messed up his knee. Dee and I was talking about this before we put it on a recording. And he said that his mother-in-law found this stuff on Amazon that was a cream that would really, really, really help his pain in his knee. And I sort of giggled and I went, wow, we have cream like that with CBD in it. He's like, really? And I'm going, so he sent me a picture because Terry had her back get sore, and there was no problem for us to refer stuff. If I came to Dangelo's barber shop and he's trimming me up and getting me great, and I'm going, hey, I got a little problem with my my car. It's like it's like when I step on the brakes, it makes a lot of noise. Dee, do you know somebody that is a good mechanic, somebody that can look at it? Yeah. This is such a natural thing that we do. And so instead of focusing on the thing that we naturally do, because we do refer things that we like, what we did is we sort of turned into information people. Yep. It's oh my God, I got this great book that I want you to read. I know some of you are going to be blown away when I say this. I'm more interested in getting a consistent weekly check in your pocket. And I'm more interested in getting that weekly check to increase every month. So you can look back at September and go, oh my God, my 4 weekly checks they're bigger in October. And those 4 checks are bigger in December. November, December. You see what I mean? So you got this constant growth going up of something that you're doing every day. And so for those of you that are watching this video, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've lost pretty close to 35 pounds. I got a new look. Me and Dee were talking about it before we got on here. And me and Terry was watching, we like watching game shows. And so there was this one on it, is you're supposed to guess who the person is. So 3 people came out, and every one of them were just built like like unbelievable Adonis. And all of them said that they were a personal trainer to the celebrities. And so the goal of the 3 people is to guess which one's telling the truth. I guess that's the name of that. To tell the truth is the name of the game show, right? And I thought there was 2 funny things that came out of this. Why I'm explaining it is that one of the questions was who have you taught? No, who have you trained? And one of the guys, and usually the other people follow, whoever's asked first, and he said, well, my number 1 most famous person is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. And one of the people that were asking the questions goes, why does he need a trainer? And I just thought it was stupid that he looks like that because he's always had a trainer. Isn't that crazy? Yep. And so the guy that runs the show, you might know his name. but his mom's over there, Anthony, and and his big mom's there, and she says, "I just have one question,"
Oh,
and he
Anthony
goes,
Anderson. Yep, yep.
"Yeah, his mom's on the show, right?"
Mhm.
And she says, "I just have one question. How can I start losing this stomach?" And he goes, "I tell everyone the same story, and if they'll do it, guess what? Everything will change for them." He goes, "After you get done eating and you push yourself away from the table, go for a 10-minute walk."
Mm.
And he goes, "When people can't do a 10-minute walk after every time they eat, there's nothing that's going to happen after that."
Wow. Mm.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
And
deep.
and and it's like, so the focus for that would be walking 10 minutes. Everyone knows they can do it. So going back to the original thing that I was talking about, when I remembered, wow, my mentor did, always talked about this referring concept. That what do? We do something that we already do every day. We refer things to it. So if you guys use the $1 million question, you guys got to understand that that's where the basis of that came from. Is me asking people to refer me to somebody. That is the outcome that I want from the question that I'm asking. Not, do I need you to get in the company? Not, do I need you to buy something from me? Not that I need you to look at my comp plan. I need you to get some information to refer me to somebody. And I think that if someone walked up to you, I thought of another thing, Dangelo, is, we've always heard that, you got to come up with your elevator pitch. And for those of you that don't know what an elevator pitch is that if you got in an elevator and there was a few people there and you don't know what floor they're getting off of, it might be the next one. What is something that you could say that would make them want to get some more info from you? We're talking not a minute, we're talking seconds. So I want every one of you to imagine being in an elevator and the door shuts and someone says, "Well, what do you do?" And you say, "I'm a referrer." What would be the next question if someone said to you, "I'm a referrer"?
What do you refer? What do you refer people to?
Like, thanks for asking,
Mhm.
right? Think if you said something else, the response is never the same. What do you do? "I'm a mechanic." Ah, good for you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
What are you? "I'm a recruiter." Get away from me.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I don't need your ass recruiting me. You might even be a part of some religious cult. You know what I mean? When you say recruiter to somebody, they immediately don't want to listen. They put the wall up and they shut down.
Mhm.
I'm a home business person. Ah, shit. That's not one of these people. You see what I'm saying? So when I humbled myself down to what I feel I truly am, is a person of service, a person that likes to refer others to things that I believe in. I love to service and help people. I'm a referrer.
Mm.
Think about what I just said that I do. What if I said that in an elevator? "Hey, what do you do?" "Oh, I help people." Ah, shit. People are like, because the words that you're saying are to them feeling that you're directing it toward them.
Yeah.
And so they immediately are on the guard. And so that's one of the things, D, that I know that I just wanted to share with you, that when you get down to this and you just say, "Listen, I'm just a referrer." Referrer what? Well, I happen to be connected, not I work for, not that I own.
Mhm.
I'm actually connected with some people that are helping people earn income from the privacy of their home. Do you know of anyone that might be interested in learning how to earn income from home? Because it's different when they ask you what you refer.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people, what they do is they don't do the refer part, so they just go into it. You know what I mean? What do you do? I help people make money at home. I'm telling you, for some those of you that are struggling, that doesn't work. It might work, and well, let's say, be honest with the odds. It works for 3% of the people. If D'Angelo or myself was in the elevator and you were saying I show people how to make money, we'd say, what do you got? But it doesn't work on the other 97% of the people. Because D'Angelo and I have learned to be open-minded. You see what I'm saying? Most people are not open-minded. So with that being said, I just want to share with the rest of you that, the whole approach again, and I'm going to give you something that I used, D'Angelo, you had to be one of the people that I shared this with when I first got started. But I was just so excited again about the concept of my daily choice, allowing people to make money with this system that's free and the app that's free. And so because I didn't know anything, this was my first pitch that I think I'd share with you guys. You're going to go, oh, so that's how he got 81 people in 2 weeks. Personal. I was reaching out to people and I was saying, again, connection. Hey, D'Angelo, this is Robert. I know we haven't talked in a while. And I hope this message finds you and yours blessed and safe during these crazy times. And that's the end. Just send that voice clip and just do it. You can do this to friends. You can do this to followers. You can do this to friend requests. You can do this to total strangers. We all know that you can do this. Again, the consistency is, would you be willing to do it, 10 minutes after every meal? So if you're not connecting with people, you're not connecting with people. I read 4 books. That didn't make you any money. I'm going to another trainer. I learned from Todd Falcone. I learned from Danny Johnson. I learned from Jenna Zweigel. I learned from Josh Zweigel. I learned from Robert Hollis. I learned from Ray Higdon, Rank Makers. I don't know if I said that. We're learning all of this stuff. Yep. And what we're in is in constant learning mode. Mm-hmm. Let me give you an example. It would be like if I wanted to get in shape. So what I did is I watched videos every day and didn't do the 10-minute walk. It's like, we all know that we can do anything for 10 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. So now it's the whole concept of what is the thing that you got to get great at. And you got to get great at, just like in everything. I said on a training that I did with my group from Russia last night. And this is what I said. I said, if in my house, I have a pool table. And I said, so what if I told you that I wanted you to just clear the table? Break and clear the table. That's all I want you to do. But I need you to do it 5 times a day. Here's what's difficult about this profession for people. This is where they struggle. When you first start playing pool, you suck. So clearing the table is going to take some time. So I don't, some of you might be good at pool, but if I took someone that's not played pool, that one time might take a half hour. So now we're talking, oh my God, 5 times 5, that's, that's 5 hours. You know what I mean? If it took you an hour so I don't have 5 hours in a day. Well, then great, do it for 10 minutes. Sometimes you're gonna, so I said 5 games, but everyone knows that that when I share this part of that's dear to my heart, You can't practice something 10 minutes every day without getting gooder. You
Amen.
cannot.
Amen.
So one of my mentors, Dangelo, I don't know if I ever shared this story with you, but it was just hilarious. But one time we got to go to his home, and the home I live in now is like 3 times the size of the home that I was still first impressed with. But it was better than my apartment, right? And I walked in there, and we walked in one room, and there was a piano. And I went, "Do you know how to play piano?" And he goes over there with a smile, and he opens up the guard from the keys, and he does like this, and he puts his fingers down, and he plays what everyone would recognize, which is like a part of a Beethoven song. And he just like da 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 da. And I'm like going, wow. And he smiles, and he puts the guard down. And we go look at the rest of this house. And we walk in the house, and he has 3 or 4 guitars that are hanging on the wall, and they're signed. And then he's got a guitar that's just sitting there. And I go, "Do you play guitar?" And he smiles, and he picks it up. And it's the part of Stairway to Heaven. And he's like da 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 dum 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 dum. And then he puts the guitar down. And I'm like, holy cow. I didn't find out later that that's the only part of the song he knew. So he bought a guitar, found an instructor, and just learned that part. Why am I saying this to you guys? He probably practiced that part a number of times during the day, enough to get you to believe and me to believe that he knew how to play. And why is it impressive? Because it's this much better than you. That's all. It's this much better than you. If me and Dangelo was walking by a bunch of kids playing basketball, and the ball got away from him, and D grabbed it, took 2 steps and shot, it went through, and smiled at me, I'm gonna go, "This freaking dude's good at basketball." As soon as it goes through, D might be thinking, "Oh my God, it went through. He thinks I'm great at basketball." And so the other one that I use all the time is if you guys have ever heard someone speak a different language. So D, I know that there's a lot of this training you heard before, but it just goes back to you're sitting there, and all of a sudden we're at an Italian restaurant, and the guy comes over and starts saying stuff, and then the person looks at him and says, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah," like that. You're going like, damn. It's like, how many languages does he know? No, he knows a greeting. "Thank you very much for waiting on us. Do you have any biscuits?" And the guy responds back, "Yes, we have biscuits. I'll bring some out." The time talking English. So I wanted to just share with everyone that's watching this, and mostly D, that we still want to reduce to the ridiculous. We want to bring this down to such a level, which is the most important level, is where people go, "You know what? I'm going to learn to get great at just that. Just reaching out, connecting, and asking them for a referral." Because if you get great at a friend, just did this recently. You guys are going to have to trust me. I don't want to share my screen. I want this to get straight to the point. But I was doing a training for all the people in Hungary and Russia on stuff that Dangelo knows on how I connect with people on social media. And I was showing them the training. So I went to friends, and I just started scrolling down, and I seen this guy named Bob Vickers. And Bob Vickers is a guy that I knew, oh my God, in the 90s. I looked, and the last time that we even had a conversation was like 2015.
Wow.
And all I did is on the training, I clicked the audio and I said, "Hey, Bob, I hope this message finds you and yours blessed." I said, "Wow, I can't believe it's been this long since we communicated. And I just hope that you and your family are safe." And that was
Amen.
it. That was it. He immediately responded, "You know, I'm not really good with this technical stuff, but thank you very much for the message." And I reached back and I said, "Oh, hope you and Terry are doing awesome, and I pray for you guys all the time." And I said the same, and then come back and I said, I was brutally straight to the point, and I said, "Bob, I was actually doing a training on Zoom with my people from Hungary. And I was wondering if you could do me a huge personal favor. I would like your permission to send you a video, a short video that I did, showing people how to create a free account, along with my affiliate link. Would you please do me a favor, create a free account? And I know once you watch everything, you're going to know of some people that I can help. Would you please do that for me? I appreciate you." And he came back instantaneously. "Could you please send that to my email?" And I sent it to his email, and understand I did it for the training. I wanted to prove to people that I would leave a message for a friend. I would leave a message for a follower. I'd leave a message for people that send me a friend request. And then I showed them, like, D, to go out and get involved in pages like Abraham Hicks or The Secret or Tony Robbins or whoever, right? Oprah, and start connecting with people. That's the thing that you got to master, is connecting with people. And you do it by not asking yourself, "Oh my God, I got the connection down." Do you? Do you? Is it fun? Because that's when you know the connection's done.
Yeah.
So when Dangelo's around with his wife and his children, it's like, "God, honey, do you have to say hi to everybody?" Yeah. And when D'Angelo says hi to people, he does it with a smile, his energy, it's natural for him, and people respond to that. D'Angelo can walk down the street and look at somebody and just go,
Mhm.
and they do it back. It's like, it's comfortable, it's second nature. D'Angelo does it like he walks and talks. Do you connect with people like that? Because if you don't do it and it's not fun and they can't feel like you're scared to death, or you can't get the right eye contact, or you don't smile, you got to get that connection down on the internet. And it usually is from a compliment, or just wishing them well, asking them, "I hope you find this, blessings, and that you're safe." You got to get good at that. If all you did in this small training that we're doing, if all you did every day for 10 minutes is just send out nice messages to people, for you to get in your head, like shooting, okay, I got the bridge down and I got the stroke down. Okay, I can get the cue ball to hit another ball. It doesn't mean you're a good pool player.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everyone knows that if you practiced everything for 10 minutes, you're going to be freaking rocking. You're going to
Mhm.
be one of those people where people are going, "God, D, you make that look so easy." It is for it. D doesn't give a crap what people are going to say to him. He doesn't care if they don't reply. He doesn't care if they give him a wedding proposal. He doesn't care if they cross pitch him on another company. It's just, I just know that all those things, all those rejections out there, and all those things are not happening the way they're supposed to, happens in everything. We just don't recognize it. So let's go back to playing pool. Stick, cue ball hits a ball. Damn, this looks easy. King, miss. I quit. No. The other guy shoots, might be a little discouraging. They knock in 3 balls. They finally miss, give the cue ball back to you, and you're like, this one's like, let's straighten the pocket. You miss it. This is not fun. But we've all had fun bowling, playing pool, playing darts, and we didn't care because we sucked.
Yeah.
And everyone else sucked. Embrace the suck and have fun with it. First time that I played cornhole, which is like horseshoes. And all you got to do is get this bing bag in a hole. Then you go on ESPN and look for championship cornhole championship. These dudes make $1 million and 3 bags, three rat in the holes. It'd be like horseshoes, and you got 3 ringers. If you've ever seen people good at anything, they make it look so freaking easy. Some of you might go, hey, I know someone that plays cribbage or they play dominoes. Believe it or not, you can get good at playing quarters, bouncing quarters into plastic cups. I guess if I was young, that would be like beer pong, right? But I can guarantee you would run into someone that would clean your freaking clock. And you're going to go, oh my God, how'd you get so good at bouncing a ping pong ball into a plastic solo cup? Practice. Isn't that ridiculous how simple this world is and how simple this business is? So get good at that connecting. I already shared with you on here what you should say to connect with people. If you want to throw your personality in, you have fun. I wouldn't be like, hey, I thank you for sending me a friend request. I hope you're having a great day. I hope that I can help you in some way. Use your own language, but it's got to be fun. And you got to be able to be willing to do it every day. Just for a couple of minutes a day. I promise you it will be fun. You'll start getting results, and that will turn into 10 minutes. And then you'll get fun and you'll start doing it for 20. And then like people ask me all the time, Robert, what do you do? I connect with people and ask them to give me a referral all day, every day. It's just what I do. If you came over here to watch a football game with me or mixed martial arts, my laptop's still in my lap. It's what I do. This is what I do. And NBC pays me a lot of freaking money to do this. So Terry and I just went over this paycheck at 3.3 million. It's like, can you get good at referring? Yes, you can. So now if you refer and then people don't go to the restaurant or go to the show, why do you got to follow up? Again, my key to success is someone says, hey, what'd you do today? Oh my God, we went to this movie. It was amazing. You should go see it. It was really good. And I'm passionate. And I tell them a little bit about it. I don't call them back 2 days later and say, what'd you think of the show? I don't care. I was in the moment. I told you should go see it. Maybe next time we see each other, I'm not going to make the effort to reach out. But the next time we reach, hey, did you ever watch that movie? No, I didn't. I don't now go into a spew of why you got to go. Dangelo, stop everything you're doing. I know you love playing with your daughter, but you got to go see this damn show. No, I don't. It's like the more you push, the more people push away. So just find new people to connect with and get good at that referring. So what's the refer? You heard what I said. It's like, listen, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. I was hoping you could help me out. I'm helping this company expand. Listen to me closely. It is not your freaking company. I'm helping this company expand. And I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor, allow me to send you a video where my business partner shows you how to create a free account. And my goal is once you get all the information, I know you're going to know of some people we can help. And I just do this so fast and so quick that I want the same thing to happen to them that has happened to Robert. That I bought some product for my wife. I wanted her to try the product out before I did anything. I really wasn't excited about network marketing. Dangelo is definitely one of the 4 or 5 people that are in my inner circle.
Appreciate
you can ask him. There was a time where Robert was preaching against marketing and network marketing. I was just saying, screw that. Let's just be affiliate marketers. Then Josh figured out a way how to put them both together. We got the best of affiliate marketing and we got the best of network marketing. I choose to talk about the affiliate marketing. So when I say create a free account, there might be some extra words that I add. Here they are. Dangelo, you can create a free account just like you did with Facebook and Zoom and Amazon. You create a free account, you go in there and look at the information, and I know you're going to think of somebody. So it's like the thing that I did that I said I'd share with you that got me excited at the beginning is this is what I said with people once I started getting these emails. And Terry said, you got an email says, this person's underneath you. This person's underneath you. This person upgraded. That got me excited about finding out about the rest of this business. Why? Because no one put anyone underneath me in 30 years.
Yeah.
And this business works if you do it properly. There's not a day that Dangelo doesn't log into his back office and go, for the love of God, look at that leg. And he's got this little window called, I call it a savings account. And Dangelo's smart, and he looks at that 7 figures and looks at and takes, oh my God, let me see, 6 million times 15%. Don't you, D?
Oh no, that power leg is something else.
And so Dangelo goes, there's $1 million in income sitting for me in that savings account.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one way for me to pull it out, to do the same thing on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So when I looked in there and seen that, that's what got Robert Hollis. If you guys want to get people like me, you got to do the system this way. All right. So here's the only one else that I did with a lot of enthusiasm, excitement. I reached out to Dangelo and I say, Dangelo, listen, can I tell you a quick little story? Sure. You and your wife and your family, or you by yourself, you pull into a parking lot. And when you pull into a parking lot, maybe to get the kids' ice cream or whatever, when you pull in that parking lot, I want you to imagine you're driving the car of your dreams. It gets everyone's attention. And you pull in there, you're starting to get out of the vehicle, and you catch out of the corner of your eye, and out of the corner of your eye, and this red car pulls up. And you're looking at it, and I get out. I was like, Dangelo, what are you doing, man? And you're like, what is that? And I go, it's a Tesla Roadster. 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower. 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Quarter mile. It does 9.3 seconds at 152 miles an hour. 250 mile top speed. And you're going, damn. And I go, you want to test drive it? See, I'm not asking you to dislike the car that you drove up in. I'm not asking you to buy it. I'm not trying to sell you one.
Mm-hmm.
I just know it's exciting and I want you to test drive it.
Amen.
And there's 3 groups of people, right? One group, no. One group, I don't want to drive, but I'll drive with you. I want to feel what this is like. Hey, good decision. Great decision. Let's jump on a Zoom and I'll show you how to create a free account. I'll show you some neat stuff and the back office. Again, so you can refer me somewhere. And then someone like D'Angelo is like, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm getting in there, and it's not very far. We're on the road where, we're launching. So you want to find the people that want to take the vehicle for a test drive. So if you do this, the system works. If you don't do this, you're really, in my opinion, doing things that your subconscious would rather not do.
Woo.
So if you go, oh my God, I got to get some more reps in. I got to sell some more product. I got to get this rank advancement. I just got to get some people in and get them to buy some stuff. Then you get up in the morning to do that. And after you get done having breakfast, instead of doing it for 10 minutes, you say, I'll do that this afternoon. Because your heart, your spirit, your soul goes, I'd rather do anything than frickin' that. So you don't. Same reason you don't walk 10 minutes. We think, I'll do it later. That's going to be exhausting. When I started working out, the biggest regret that I have starting this new workout program and getting into shape is I didn't do it sooner. Because once you make a commitment, as D'Angelo knows, it's like, hey, when Terry and I now have a personal trainer, and we work out two times a week with strength training now. And it's like, I don't need to see it happen right away. Yeah. I know what I'm going to look like in a year.
Amen.
People are going to look at me and go, oh, holy crap. You not only make money, you got great relationships with your family, and you're in shape.
And you got a nice bed.
There you go. There you go. So I'll leave you with this. I know that everybody that watches this, D'Angelo already knows this about how I feel about him. But man, if you're watching this and D'Angelo shared this with you, you're special. And I just want you to know that I give you permission to succeed and be happy and enjoy life. We wasn't put on this planet to just clock in and clock out, trying to make somebody else money and they pay us peanuts. It's like the goal isn't money. The goal is freedom. So you got to focus on not only having freedom, and like the post that I posted today is that you got to find a way to imagine what your life's going to be like when you do those small things. Like what it's going to feel like when you make enough money where you can look at your spouse or people that love you and you can tell them that my little referring thing that I'm doing makes me more than I'm spending. That's called profit. We got to get you to be consistent enough and going through a lot of people very, very fast, because you will find the right people. You will. It's natural, because you're going to have fun and you're going to maybe ask a bunch of people to play pool and a majority of them say no, but you're going to find people that want to play with you.
Amen.
And they'll want to get good at this. They won't want to suck at it. And what's cool about this business is that if you're this much above average, you're telling your boss you no longer need them.
Amen.
The big money will come later, because once you can learn to fire your boss, then the only goal from there is now telling other people that they get to fire their boss. You get 5 of those, you're making 6 figures a year.
Amen.
The business is really that simple. So I'm constantly going out looking for people that are saying enough. I don't want to live this way anymore. So I know if D sent this video to you, he believes in you. And you
Amen.
got to find a way to make this so simple that your spirit, your soul says, I can do that. Because to be honest, you can walk 10 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to put yourself in a position where you go, now, Robert, all I got to do is reach out and say nice things to people. Yeah. And who cares if they don't reply? And who cares if they try to cross pitch you on something? Who cares if they reach out to you and say, I'm turning you over to the FBI for spamming? Who cares, right? But you got to have fun and be willing to do that enough until it's such a habit for you. And then when you enjoy doing it, you can't wait to do it. That's when the results come, right, Dangelo?
Amen.
It's like people are like, Dangelo, how are you able to do this? It's because Dangelo knows that he knows that he knows that he knows that he knows that if he consistently keeps shooting the basketball, one of them are going to go in.
Mm-hmm.
And Dangelo knows what that feels like. So Dangelo, when he starts reaching out to people and connecting with them and asking them to do him a favor, refer me to somebody. It's like Dangelo knows if he goes through the numbers that he's going to go get another rink advance. How would you feel if you knew that if you did it, you would get the result?
Mm-hmm.
You would do it. I'm telling you, you will get the freaking result. I'm telling you, you will. Amen. No doubt in my mind, but you want to get good at the little thing. I brought up the darts, after you see the dartboard and I show you the line on the floor, I'm going to hand you 3 darts. I need you to throw them. I did believe, Dangelo, that we just were making this too difficult. And everyone knows they need to have someone to prop them up when they suck. So people that I've had come over to my house, my daughter-in-law is a whopping 80 pounds, Hannah. And she grabs a dart and she threw it and then went right in the wall. And everybody started laughing. And guess what? She said, I told you I wasn't going to be good at this. I said, who gives a shit? Mm-hmm. I said, now that we stuck it in the wall, I said, do me a favor. I want you to throw exactly the same way, but I want you to stick it in the wall above the dartboard. And she said, okay. And it went right on the dartboard. It's like, we can help you if you're willing to do it.
Amen. Amen.
Okay? So, Dangelo, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I'd talk to you forever if I could, but I hope this video helped you. Just let's reduce this down and show people how simple this is. So their subconscious, their heart, their spirit goes, I'm willing to throw darts. I'm willing to just be consistent with that. And for those of you that are serious about changing your life, Dangelo only needs to know if you went on the 10-minute walk or not.
Amen. Amen.
Don't reach out to him and go, I reached out, I did my 10-minute walk and I stumbled on a rock and I fell in some grass and it just happened to have some dog crap there. We don't need to hear that.
Yeah. Nope.
Because you're sharing the story with us so you can find a way to make an excuse not to do it anymore.
Amen.
All right, P. I wish I was there to give you a big bear hug, but I know I'm going to see you.
Virtual hug. Robert, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out to do this for the team. I truly, truly appreciate you. You have no idea. I'm going to rewatch this a few times myself, and I'm going to share it with the whole team. Again, thank you so much for everything.
I love you,
you have no idea. Love you too, Robert.
I love you. I love you. And I did forget one thing to share with you guys. Bob Vickers, when the emails went out, the cutoff emails went out, Bob Vickers, a guy that I haven't talked to other than that one training. I did the training and I forgot about it. He came in and bought $125 worth of product. I still haven't talked to him.
Wow.
I still haven't talked to him. And then at the end of the month, he bought another like $400 worth of product
Wow.
because he wanted to try everything that we had.
Wow. Amazing.
He
Amazing.
still hasn't sent me a message saying, hey, I decided to buy some product.
Amazing. Amazing.
So, of course, with all the people I did that training with, I sent them screenshots of him coming in and buying product, and they're going, we watched him do that live.
Yep. Amen.
And I know why it happened.
Mm-hmm.
It happened because I was training a bunch of people, and I believed that I would find someone that would do that so they could see that, hey, it does work.
Amen.
All
Amen.
right. Love ya.
Love you, Robbie. I thank you so much. I can't wait to get this recording. You and Terry have an amazing rest of the day, and I'm going to share this with everyone. I truly appreciate your helping time as always. Love you. God bless.
Love you, and give a kiss and hug to your family for me.
Definitely. And I'll see you in Vegas in 2 weeks. I can't wait.
Bye-bye.
Take care. God bless.